Hi, this is Mike Ignatoski, the creator of GreenFox, the spreadsheet that uses Excel programming to make it behave like an electronic baseball score sheet or scorebook, and it automatically computes the game stats, which can be a big-time time saver. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you find this video helpful. In this video, I'd like to cover a little bit more on the custom dice configuration that you can use in the GreenFox spreadsheet. So let's first, here I've got a blank score sheet here, and I'm going to go down to the dice worksheet at the bottom. So I'm going to click that, and that brings me to this extra colorful graphical overload worksheet telling me all about how to set up these custom dice. So let's assume that I have a game that I'm either playing or making that has 4 dice. It has 2 6-sided dice, and they're different colors. And let's say it also has 2 other dice that are kind of special. One of them is 6-sided, but the sides of it aren't 1 to 6, they're 0 to 5. Or, yeah, let's say 0 to 5 or blank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'd be 6 sides. And let's say the other dice or die is going to be determine the outcome of the play, and that's going to be a 9-sided die. And following the adage of good pitching beats good hitting, it's going to slightly favor the pitcher in determining the outcome. So let's say if it's a 9-sided dice, let's say it's going to be 4 for the pitcher, 3 for the batter, 1 for the defense, and 1 for the ballpark. So we'll get back to that in a second. But let's first set up what I was talking about with 2 6-sided dice, and we're going to fill out this custom dice configuration table right here. And if we look at this thing here, it says, showing that all the dice on the same row are rolled at the same time. That's what this is showing here. So these 2 6-sided dice, we'll say we're going to roll those at the same time. So we'll put those next to each other. So let's say I've got a 6-sided dice, and one's going to be green, and I got another 6-sided. I'm going to make this one yellow. So I put 6Y. Now, the next dice I've got is this 6-sided that's going to have blank and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So to do that, I can't use this standard number-sided dice option. I got to use the custom symbol dice. So that's over here in this section. So I'm going to scroll over here a little bit to see that. So what we're going to do first is make this 6-sided dice. And here, I don't know what this is going to be called, but I'm just going to call this my 0 to 5 hex for hexagon, 6 sides. Then I'm going to fill in this next row here, which you can see it says number of sides. So I'm going to put 6. Now a couple things about these custom symbol dice that are mentioned up here. You can have 3, up to 3. They're kind of color coded as A, B, and C here, but you don't have to make them that color, but just to kind of show you how to fill out this table. You can have symbols on the sides of each die, but you should only have 1 or 2 characters in each symbol, as it says here. But you can also add a description to whatever your symbol is with some more text, and that will be shown when you hover on the dice or die symbol. I'll show that later. So first, let's make this simple one that's going to have basically a blank and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll go back up here to this instruction where it says the word blank can be used to configure an empty dice or die face or side. So we'll do that and just type the word blank right here. So I don't really need to put a description in here, but I'm going to and just say show nothing. Now these next sides, I'm just going to put the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I don't really know what those mean right now, but so I'm not going to worry about putting a description on those. But anyway, that's my 0 to 5 hex custom dice. It's going to have one side is going to be blank, and then the next 5 sides are going to just show these numbers. And I'll just, these rows 7 through 10 are ignored because up here I said it only has 6 sides, so these are the 6. Now, and right now I'm going to ignore this cool dice A that I have kind of as a demonstration. But the other one I said I was going to mention is this outcome dice. So let's call it that. I'm just going to call it the outcome die. This is custom symbol dice C, and it's going to have 9 sides. So when I click in here, it gives me this little pop-up help that says the dice number of sides have to be between 2 and 10. So I'm going to pick 9. And as we said, this is going to be, it's going to slightly favor the pitcher. So let's say I'm going to say the first 4 sides are going to have a P for pitcher. So I'll write that over here. And then just paste those in. Then the next 3, let's say, are a B for the batter. So I'm just going to copy and paste and put those in. So I have 4 for the pitcher, 3 for the batter. Then the next one I'm going to have, I'll say FD for fielding / defense. And then the last side, I'm going to put BP for ballpark. Some ballpark effect. So now I have all 9 of my sides defined. I said that I had 9 sides, and the first 4 have a P because they mean pitcher. The next 3 are B for batter. There's one side has FD for fielding defense, and BP for ballpark effect, ballpark. So now how do I use these? So I'm going to go to this little instruction blurb over here. So it talks about, you know, how do you use these dice to fill in this table. That's what all these arrows are about. Let's just go to the example here in the white text where it says use AB6 to mean custom symbol dice A has 6 sides and will be blue. Okay, so in our case we want to use custom dice B. So that means it's going to be, the first letter is which custom die, B. The second letter is how many sides, and the third character is the color. So over here we're going to put in B because it's custom dice B. Then the number of sides, which we have, is 6, and let's make it red. So we'll put an R. I said over here are the colors, so R is red. So, and then in the next row, because we want that to have its own roll button like it shows here, we'll put in the info for this. So this is going to be C for custom dice C, 9 because it has 9 sides, and we'll make this one purple. So I'll put a P here. And just for the fun of it, I'm going to use this, put this custom dice A in here on the bottom. And I'll make that white. So let's say I'll go A, and you can see it has 6 sides, and I'll put a W to make that one white. Okay, so I'm all set I've filled this in, so you can see here I'm going to have 4 rows of dice in my little window here. This first one will have 2 dice in it, and these next 3 rows will just have a single dice. These will be the custom ones. So then I click this button here to update them. And what that does, it kind of checks over what you have entered here to make sure it's legit. And if it says they've been configured, you're good. So I'm going to click OK. Go back to my score sheet, and then click on the Show Dice button here. So this is my custom dice roller window that's configured now. You can see they all have this asterisk in them. And the colors are the colors that we said, and the number below it is the number of sides on that particular die. So this is 6. And you can see these 3 here have the number of sides, but it also has a letter which tells us which custom, that it's a custom symbol die. Like this is custom symbol B, C, and A, just like we had set up. And you can also notice here that these asterisks are smaller because they can show these other symbols, so the text is smaller on these dice. So if I click this roll, this just rolls these 2 dice, which acts like you'd expect, but let's get into these custom ones. So now I'm going to roll this custom symbol dice B, and remember this one, if we go back to here, was just, it had a blank and 0 through, then 1 through 5. And we didn't put any description except for the blank. So I'm going to roll this one a couple times. Okay, now I got the blank. So if I hover on this blank, you can see then it'll say, gives me this little hover tip that says my description of show nothing. And similarly, let's roll these other ones. This is our outcome die. So we got a P, which means pitcher. Let's try to get something else. Oh, nice. BP, which is the ballpark effect. There's our fielding defense. And then B is for the batter. So you can see that's how that works. And this is the other one that we didn't configure, but I already had set up as just to kind of show some different things you can put in here. You can see I put these 2 capital W's just to show you how wide it could be. It has some different non-text symbols in here, like a $sign, this chevron or caret or whatever you want to call it, and then this kind of special symbol here. I have this thumb, meaning I put here manager ejection, but it could be whatever you want, but I just wanted to make an example. So similar though, if we hover on it, my $8 beer price, etc. So anyway, hopefully you found that helpful. So that's how to use the dice configuration worksheet, kind of the standard dice, as well as these ones with custom symbols. I'll let you really come up with some different different game mechanics if you want, either that your game has or that you want to create or modify your game to use. So hopefully you found that helpful. Thanks for watching. Well, that wraps up this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you found it informative and helpful. Please feel free to leave me some comments and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to be alerted when I post new videos. I hope that the GreenFox spreadsheet will save you time in keeping score and doing the game stats of your games, resulting in giving you more time to play the games that you want to play.